It's Nancy Juetten, and today's February 15th, 2021. How the heck are you? How was Valentine's Day? Did you feel the love with your family? Did you feel the love with your clients? Did you give yourself some love for just surviving another week and getting started another day? I bring this up because sometimes we can get a little discouraged. Sometimes that big hairy monster will raise its ugly head and say, hey, you're an imposter. Hey, you don't have what it takes. Hey, you don't have the goods to pull that off. And it can play with your head. And if you are someone who's ever felt that, experienced that, go ahead and post a comment in the chat and say, yeah, been there, done that. Maybe you're struggling with it right now. Because last week, I got to tell you, I was struggling with that. And I found some courage to actually talk about it with some people that I work with. And it took a tremendous amount of courage for me to do that. Because you know what? When you go live as often as I do, I think there's this misguided notion that the person who's going live, boy, she's got it all going on. She's got it all together. Nothing's going to rain on her parade. She's got it going on. Well, let me just tell you that that's not true. Sometimes we all have stuff that we deal with that takes us down or derails us a bit and has us question our resolve. And we had some of that going on for me last week. And in addition to that, I had a little conflict with my next door neighbor over something that we're doing with our yard, and that kind of upset my apple cart. Sometimes perhaps we're not as resilient as we need to be to show up and stand out as that brilliant light that we are 24/7. I will confess that being live on video as often as I am, sometimes I suffer from a visibility hangover. Sometimes I think, oh my gosh, do I have to go live again? And what I know for sure is that if I don't show up and deliver value to my community and show up as a human being who cares about my clients in a powerful way, then I'm doing the world as a service, and I need to show up even if I'm not feeling 110% every single day. Which brings me to something that's a powerful exercise that I wanted to share with you that I learned first from Christian Michelson of the Get Clients Now world. He called it the cake and cringe list. He said, make a T on a piece of paper, and on the left-hand side, write down everything in your life and work that you consider to be cake. You wake up in the morning and you can't wait to get started to do that thing. What is the cake in your business? And then on the right, ask yourself, what is the cringe? What are the things about your business that drive you bananas, that get on your last nerve, that don't allow you to be in your brilliance, that frustrate you to no end? Chances are, if you look at your cake list and your cringe list, you can redesign the business that you have so that you can be in your cake zone 80% of the time. And whenever I get a little anxious or a little upset or questioning my value, that's my go-to exercise. Where's the cake? Where's the cringe? What do I need to do differently or better so that I can be in my cake zone the majority of the time? So I would invite you to make a list of what's cake for you and what's cringe for you, and to start making some adjustments in what it is that you do. That will likely require that you have to delegate and ditch some of the tasks that are consuming your valuable time without delivering value at your bottom line. I know when some of us are preparing to hire our first virtual assistant, we're wondering, how are we going to be able to afford that? How are we going to be able to justify that? But if you are spending valuable time doing cleanup work that doesn't drive revenue, the only answer is to stop, because that's taking your eye off the ball to do the thing that's going to actually move the needle and allow you to be more successful. If you don't yet have a virtual assistant, ask for recommendations from people that you know and create a job description as to the tasks you want this person to take for you, and interview for that person and make a selection. You don't have to give them a full-time job. It could be 5 or 10 hours a month, But what could you do differently with that 5 or 10 hours a month that would actually drive the needle forward in your business? I hope that's inspiring to you. If you're joining me live, go ahead and say hello. Give me a comment. Let me know if you're with me. Is there an amen to that? Gosh, golly, I got to delegate. Oh boy, I can't wait to be in the cake zone more of the time. I don't know how you're feeling about it, but those are a couple of things I wanted to mention today. What else did I want to tell you today? I want you to know that there's something I'm kind of excited about. You probably know that I am the author of the Bye-Bye Boring Bio Workbook, and I have been pretty well known for this for the last 10 years. And over the weekend, I got very excited about the prospect of inviting quantity orders of my workbook. And it occurred to me that coaches who help people to get their books done, coaches who lead masterminds, coaches who have premium programs where they're helping people to name and claim their niche audience and create their message and accomplish their one-line moneymaker. These are things that people need help with. And you know what? I'm the worldwide expert in making your bios brilliant for client attraction, podcast guesting, social media, and so on. So I created a purchase the book in quantity page on my website. And what I'm believing that people will be excited about, I mean, we're all looking for ways to wow our clients beyond expectations, but I'm just imagining that all the Get Your Book Done coaches are going to say, wow, what can I do to exceed my author's expectations when I'm onboarding them to join my program? Well, what if the Bye-Bye Boring Bio Workbook winged its way to the doorstep of every single new client who joined that program with a personalized note from you that says, I'm so glad you joined my Get Your Book Done program. This tool will help you make your bio brilliant for all the opportunities that you have, including the back of your book, your social media, your podcast guesting. I can't wait to read more about you. What if hundreds and hundreds of authors or thousands and thousands of authors were paging through their own Bye-Bye Boring Bio Workbook because they were smart enough to invest in somebody's high-end mastermind? If you love this idea as much as I do, and you lead a group where people are actually struggling with getting to the meat of their message and why it matters, the Bye-Bye Boring Bio Workbook can help save your breath, save your time, and bridge a gap not met by your current programs. And it would be provided because I am the worldwide expert in that. And oh, by the way, you can even hire me to lead a workshop for your crew so that they can have access and see what the fuss is about. And so I wanted to let you know that that's something that's new and exciting on my website. And when this video is over, I will post the link below. And if you are someone who leads a mastermind, if you are someone who gets people's books done, if you are someone who is tired of coaching people how to describe who they are and what they do so you can focus on the other bigger things that are part of your brilliant expertise, why not buy the books, buy the bundle? And I believe that this book makes the most impact when it arrives at the doorstep in a beautiful box, beautifully wrapped with a personal note from you, which is why we're not making available the digital version for quantity purchases. We want them to have something to be part of their part of their business success library forever that will support them indefinitely. So if you're excited about that, I hope that you will share the link with anyone you know who's been looking for that perfect way to onboard clients and surprise and delight them with their first touch. Because I'll tell you something, people that receive this book tell me wonderful things, and the endorsements I've received from luminaries and stars on the rise really reinforce to me that this is something whose time has come and needs a much wider audience. Which brings me to the Cake Versus Cringe. Do you love it when people buy your book, your product, your program? Do you love it when people buy your product, program, or service in quantity? If you love that, what can you do to fan the flames of that kind of outcome by making it easy for people to know about it, buy it, and refer it? I'm practicing my own advice. I want to leverage my time more effectively by bringing my brilliance to people in the most efficient way possible. And this workbook is pretty darn swell. And I believe that it deserves an audience of thousands and thousands of people. So I hope that you will consider that for any group program that you lead, and reach out to me and let me know if this is a tool that you can't wait to purchase in quantity. And oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, yes, there are preferred pricing when you purchase 50 or more, and there's even better pricing when you purchase 100 or more. And we can ship the books either to you directly so that you can bundle them with other bonuses, or we can ship them directly to the client at the address that you supply, just as easily as if you were ordering flowers or chocolate for a client. We'll only use the address once for the intended purpose, and then it will be destroyed, never to be used again. So your clients will have privacy. So either way you go, I think you'll win. And I hope that you're excited about that. And I would be remiss if I didn't remind you that we are in the middle of February, which means we have the second half of February for you to take advantage of the 20% off sale on everything that's at my website. And I hope that you do. The promo code to use to save 20% is 20 years. And if you have any questions about it and you want to talk to me or have a chat about how I can work with you more closely, reach out to me and let's get a call on the calendar. But get it done before the end of the month, because that 20% savings is going poof on the end of the month. And why would you wait if you could save those dollars and know that you're getting the excellent value that I always provide? So those are my thoughts for this Monday for the Learn More, Earn More. Do a checkup from the neck up, and see if your mindset and your confidence is where it needs to be. If it isn't, find a close tribe of people that you can talk to find out that you're not alone. We all have this problem from time to time. It's just real life. That's number one. Number two, if your business isn't designed to serve you in the way that you best want to be brilliant, do a Cake Versus Cringe list and decide how you can redesign it so you can spend 80% of your time in the cake zone. And if being in the cake zone and leveraging yourself across more and more people is important, think about quantity discounts and making it easy to buy, own, and refer. I've done that with the Bye-Bye Boring Bio Workbook. I'm inviting you to take a look at those brilliant pricing details when I share the link below, and share generously. I give so much value in this group. I come on live regularly. I pour a whole lot of value. To the extent that you can support me in bringing my work to a much wider audience, well, that just keeps the exchange of value fair, don't you think? So that's what I have to say for today. And someone's saying, let's eat cake. Great information. It sounds good. What a good idea. I'm so glad that you're chiming in. Share your name and I'll be happy to call you out by name. But that's about all I had to share with you for today. So go off and make this week brilliant and do the Cake Versus Cringe exercise, and then come out feeling even more confident and committed and certain that you are on the path to get known, get paid, and love your life every step of the way. That is all I have for you for today. See you next time.